is it that the WAQF board can act with such great impunity? Perhaps the reason behind this is the WAQF Act itself. Now, this is the 1995 WAQF Amendment Act that we are getting you the excerpts of, which is going to help us understand as to why this legal immunity was given under the government of Narasimha Rao in 1995 amendment. This is section 43. It says that if the board has any reason to believe that any registered property of its trust or any other society is WAQF's property, then it can initiate an inquiry. So it can lay claim to literally any piece of land and say that this perhaps belongs to the WAQF. What happens after that? The WAQF can then call for registration of such a property under the WAQF Act. So the WAQF can claim this property also belongs to us, and they can now say we are going to register it. It can alternatively also call for a show cause notice as to why such property should not be registered. So either you comply with the WAQF at the time and register your property as WAQF land, or else you get show cause. That is as clear as it can. So any land can become a WAQF land. Now, under section 54 of the WAQF Amendment Act of 1995, it says that in case of encroachment, WAQF CEO, the Chief Executive Officer, will serve a show cause notice and conduct an inquiry. If the WAQF CEO is satisfied that the property is WAQF's, then he may set up a tribunal to order eviction. So anyone they deem to be an encroacher can be served a show cause notice, and then if they refuse to evict, within 45 days, the board can take possession of the property. So anyone can be declared as an encroacher of the WAQF property once the WAQF lays claim to this land, and then the WAQF can ask the tribunal to give a show cause notice. If you don't evict within 45 days, then forcibly the WAQF can take property and possession of this land. Now, this is all, remember, part of the laws. Section 101 of the WAQF Act, Amendment Act of 1995 says that the survey commissioner, the members and the officers of the WAQF board are deemed to be public servants. Now, remember, when it comes to a temple, the trustees of no temple are servants of the government. However, all the members who are going to be part of the WAQF board become then, by default, public servants. So they all enjoy the position of a public servant despite the fact that their job is to manage the WAQF and its properties. Section 107 of the WAQF Act of 1995 says nothing contained in the Limitation Act of 1963 shall apply to any of the suits or possessions of the immovable property of WAQF. Also, that the state may appoint the survey commissioner and additional assistant commissioners for the survey of WAQF. So all of this is going to be states funds which are going to be used for the survey of WAQF property. It goes on to say that the state may appoint the survey commissioner and additional assistant commissioners for the survey of the WAQF land. So even for the survey, the money is going to be coming from the state exchequer, and it is not coming from the WAQF's own pocket. So why this special status, as many have called, been given to the WAQF land? Remember, when it comes to the Astha of Hindu, there is a 1991 Places of Worship Act, which says that there is a cut-off date when it comes to changing the religious character of a temple or a masjid or any place of worship. However, when it comes to WAQF, clearly an exemption has been made.